a trip, like, you know, you study the charts, you're on Google Earth looking at your phone, like going to sleep for like the last few nights coming out. You're studying as much as you can, trying to suss out the ground that you're going to fish. Only a handful of people that fish these sort of areas, and a lot of the time they're not even doing the style of fishing that we do, you know. Nobody's throwing poppers and stick baits and fishing the reef flats over here, so there's just that lack of pressure. The fish are just hungry all the time.
So we had the 5-day forecast in, and the weather looked like we were going to get some 25 knot winds, which still fishable, but it's probably not ideal on the outside edge. So a bit of a look scout around the charts, and we found this little Margaret Bay area, and those inshore reefs are just so untouched sometimes. Everyone gets carried away with going outside. And I mean, one of the best things about Odyssey, it's not a land-based camp. We're not governed. We don't have to be there, and we don't have anything that kind of says you have to be at this location. Coral trout. You know, some days they can be a little bit finicky, but they were just up there on the flats and they were just thick. Like just put it in a cast and just get them, and they're so fun in that tight quarters stuff. Like, you know, you cast them 50, 60 metres, you know, it's only like a metre deep. You got so much angle on your line, you got so much reef to try to pull this trout through, and you just up there, just high stick and just stay out. And you just get there, it's like, that's such a cool little feeling. Like they're only like, you know, small fish, but just the effort you go to and just how much fun you can have, like, I think it just breaks up any day. It's so fun fishing those flats.
We just went out for a look, literally like not even half a mile from the Odyssey itself, and we're sending jigs down, and half the time they don't even make it to the bottom. You know, we're just jigging up like golden after golden, and just this complete, absolute lucky dip of fish on the jigs. It's just awesome. Hedges, we're double hook up, like, you know, two of us at the front, and there's fish going everywhere. We're up, down, all around, sort of passing rods over the top, trying to untangle stuff on the go, and it's like, you get the fish and it's just a bonus.
Well, we could see there was fish there, we just tied the jigs on straight away, and we just, next thing, bending! Double bending! It was so cool, just hook up here, hook up there, and yeah, it's a pretty mad little session. We called the other boys over too, and just, boys, get over here, have a fish, and just, yeah, the next kind of couple of hours it was just constant, just fish on, and, you know, nothing big, but man, you can have some fun. It was pretty cool.
After getting a few of those goldens down deep, we saw a heap of sand caves around the place. We thought, you know what, let's try and get one land-based just for a bit of a buzz. And yeah, sure enough, we found this cave that was just copping a little bit of run out tide, and yeah, found a few fish.
Come across this sand spit off this one little spot, and they always hold fish. Like, they're one of my favourite things to see. I see one of those, I'm like, yes, let's go catch some goldens, or, you know, tea leaves. There's always bludgers. There's, you know, there's something cool happening. If you see a sand spit, go have a play. Isaac put in a cast on the edge there, and just next minute, just hooked up, it was taken off. You could just see the line peeling across the surface, knee-deep water, and then you got this golden coming up. It was pretty cool. I take it all away. I take it all away.
200-300 metres from Odyssey and we're catching fish. It's just unreal.
I guess with doing these trips is that when you find these new areas, you got to scout them out, you know. It's not like you go into an area you know you can rip fish off it. You know, it's just that adventure of going, okay, let's work this out. And the clients see that, they're part of what we're doing.
You know, all this planning and preparation can go into things, but at the end of the day, you're at the mercy of Mother Nature. Like, it hasn't been a walk in the park, you know. We've had solid 20-25 knots this whole week.
25 knots, then we do about 4 knots into the wind. Just had water up over the bow and spray everywhere and rain jackets and our gear getting soaked, but you know, it's worth it. You move that 2 miles, it's subconsciously you're kind of thinking what's achievable and what's not achievable in those conditions, but you make it work at the end of the day.
I had this Spanish that jumped like 8 foot out of the water just to eat this thing.
Launching all over the place. Isaac hooked up to a ripper, he had one like this one, just gets so air launched, he's just sitting there setting the hook.
As it's like rooster tailing across the front of the boat, it's just started tail walking like billfish.
And things just like marlin tailing across the surface, it was so wicked.
So rewarding just to get that kick of fish right at the end of the trip, you know, and just ticked all the boxes.
We just covered everything. We did top water, big poppers, small poppers, mad scads, flats, drop-offs. I mean, we just worked it and we just had a ball.
Even managed a bucket list species for myself. Like same thing, the morning of this last day, I've managed to catch myself a Mary sea perch. Tick that off the bucket list and on top water to boot, so it was pretty awesome.
We had so much fun. I think it was probably one of the funnest trips I did because I didn't have people over my shoulder saying, I want that 40 kilo GT, because it doesn't happen like every day. It's not like a sport, or I don't think there is a sport that you can go and get guaranteed results every time. So what we did, we just took the days as they were, we took the spots as they were, and I mean, we caught fish non-stop, like all day, every day, we were finding fish. We had a blast.